Hi, what's up everyone? I'm Trent. I just got back from a trip. I live downtown Austin, Texas. I spent the last 6 days traveling the great state of Florida. Started out in Tampa for a tech sales creators event. I walked in the wrong Airbnb. There was an NFL draft prospect linebacker in there that confronted me. Almost got absolutely destroyed. I went to a content house with other LinkedIn, YouTube sales creators. We did a yacht party with 119 people on board, many of whom knew who I was, which made me feel super special and cool. And then I took a Greyhound bus to Orlando for a national vet conference, VMX. And yes, my dad and I absolutely raided the expo floor in search of pipeline. I want to talk to you about my experience over the last few days because I had a lot of fun. I made memories. I learned a lot of new things. And more importantly to you, I want to share lessons taken away from the trip, general observations about myself, other people, success, culture, so that you hopefully are entertained and maybe even recognize some value in the next 10 minutes we're going to spend together. Let me start by sharing what I actually do. If you look me up on LinkedIn, I am the VP of Sales at D&D Wholesale Supply and then the course careers instructor. D&D Wholesale Supply is our small family business. It was a really cool experience to get to do business with my dad. We met with a customer face-to-face, which I'm going to talk more about. It was $1 million deal. We showed up to their hotel, 23rd floor in Orlando with a box of donuts. We showed up an hour early, caught them by surprise, which was really funny. And I'm going to share more about how we did that and what came from it. But my dad started the family business 18 years ago with absolutely nothing. He risked quite literally everything. And I would not be here right now if it wasn't for him and my mom's contributions and their production and making something out of nothing. My dad quit his job, worked in sales at a big corporation at age 38, 39. He then maxed out credit cards. He mortgaged our house. And keep in mind, he had 4 young kids, no income coming in. And he had a vision, a goal to start this company, to be his own boss, to become successful. Went over to Asia to establish manufacturing. He had no contacts over there and of course cannot speak the language, and was somehow able to convince customers in the early days to believe in the vision when there was nothing to show for it. And I have a lot of admiration for that. I have a lot of gratitude for that. And it teaches me that opportunities don't happen, you create them. As much as I love working from home, 44th floor downtown Austin, Texas, I equally love showing up on site, going to experiences that have the potential to be cool memories, memory dividends. Is there anything more valuable in life than doing something fun with people you like and then thinking back on that experience? That's really what life boils down to in my view. So that's why we had to go to the creators event. We had to do the vet conference. And then my other job, quote unquote, is the course careers instructor. For those of you who don't know what course careers is, we unleash all of human potential. We have tens of thousands of students in our online curriculum to teach them the skills they need to know to land entry-level tech jobs. So if you are looking for a transformation in your career to start a high-paying tech job, perhaps tech sales like I did, totally transformed my life. Maybe you don't have experience, you don't have a degree. I'm going to include a link to our free intro course down below if you want to learn more. Over 1,000 people got hired in 2023. So that's what I do. Those are my 2 jobs. So you can take away from that. I do sales for a wholesale business, industrial company, no website, opposite of tech, and then also an online community, school, transformation. So of course, when I went to Tampa, I wanted to surround myself with other people in the tech community, in a similar world, and understand, well, what are they up to? How are they thinking? We had a lot of fun at the content house. There were a few people I knew really well going into it. So my primary focus was to meet new people, to learn new things, hopefully do cool experiences. So make videos, sit around. I enjoyed sitting next to the water. And I'd say my main takeaway is just being surrounded by other creator people. Everyone to be in that room had to take a risk of some sort to put themselves out there, to share new ideas. And it leads me to think that our thoughts are shaped by our own perceptions of the world. And our perceptions of what is real and what is true is informed by the events that happen around us, the situations, the people, the information, the food we put in our bodies. So I've been super mindful recently not to just watch videos, not to just watch a TV show to watch a TV show, not to just listen to a song, not just to eat to be full, or not just talk to someone to not be bored. I'm curating my reality so that I can live very intentionally. And by doing that, it allows me to create more alignment and live truer to myself, which looks like hopefully showing up more authentic to you, being more relatable, being more entertaining, sharing more value, because I'm not speaking from a place of expertise or knowledge. I'm operating from a place of abundance and intuition, flowing from my heart. And that's how I feel. That's how I try and show up. And when I'm around select people who also operate from that place, it's inspiring, it's energizing, and it's fun to do cool things with cool people. And that's what I feel like we accomplished in Tampa. The final observation there is on the yacht. I'm not a big deal. I've got a small following on LinkedIn and YouTube. I'm not kidding when I say I didn't have to introduce myself once to someone. I just stood there and people came up to me and they said, I love your videos. I love your posts on LinkedIn. People resonate with what I have to say. And I started creating content originally to help other people, and then eventually you start to have fun with it. And it's just so cool to see it come full circle. Not that I feel like I've made it by any means, but to be in an environment with other peers, other successful salespeople in tech, and they all know who you are. It reminded me that I'm doing something right, and it was a good feeling. So for those of you out there thinking about doing something, or you're on your own path, let's say creating content, starting a new job, and it's just really hard right now, continue pushing. You know what to do. You just have to keep showing up long enough for people to believe in you and to be so good that they cannot ignore you. I took a Greyhound bus over to Orlando to meet up with my dad. And what I will say for those of you who have not had a chance to work within a family business structure, it's really special. It took me losing my corporate sales job to realize how special of an opportunity it actually is to be my own boss, to be at a small 5-person company, and to put it all on the line each and every day. If I don't make sales, I'm not going to get put on a PIP. I'm not going to miss quota. But we may go out of business. But if I do make sales, we grow and we recognize a disproportionate amount of value. And not only does it benefit me, it benefits the people I love most, which is my family. We were at this conference in Orlando. I've gone to conferences before on behalf of a company. It's very expensive to get a booth, and I don't think I've ever gotten much out of it because I didn't really have skin in the game. We went to this conference. I paid for the flights, the tickets, all these Ubers, all this food. I spent $1,000 probably. And I was with my dad, so I felt fired up and like, hey, we've got something to prove. We got to show up, and people don't know who we are here. So we walked around. We went to every single booth. We were on a fact-finding mission. We were trying to understand what people are doing. We were trying to make more connections. We were trying to understand the market. We were trying to generate sales, get some pipeline. And what came from the event is 2 very exciting opportunities. One with a big public company that I happen to own shares in. Very excited about that. And then we were able to have a mutual connection introduce us to a pharmacy owner that has $40 million of venture capital funding. So those are 2 opportunities that I believe will be able to help shape. And what made the conference worth it was the biggest opportunity in my pipeline. It's over $1 million. A really big deal. It would increase our revenue literally 30% overnight. So that's all I really care about, is just closing that deal. We've done a lot of work to this point, and my main contact, the main champion, happened to be at this conference. I emailed her in the night. I said, are you there? Are you here? We're here. She's like, yeah, let's meet tomorrow morning. So we showed up, my dad and I, we woke up extra early. We were printing out all of our cost analyses, and we went to Dunkin' Donuts, got a big 12-pack of donuts. We show up to their hotel. We're a little bit nervous. We go up the elevator. We walk in the room, and they're like, "Oh, you're an hour early," which is kind of funny. We caught them by surprise. We go back down to the lobby. We're fired up. We're talking about the future, our vision for growing the company. We go back up. There was another VP in the room, and we just had a great conversation. They resonate with our story. They liked us. We liked them. And we're going to push the deal forward. We're going to make it happen. And it was all because we took the risk of showing up to the conference. We went in with no expectations, and we came away with so much. I now have these stories. I have these memories with my dad. And it makes me feel really cool, really good to be a part of something like this and be able to share it with you guys here today. So if you enjoyed this message, thank you for watching, and subscribe to the channel. Our goal is 100,000 subscribers by the end of 2024, and without a doubt, we're going to get there.